That's right. It's Friday night, OrkU maniacs. So you know what that means. Go ahead and grab your drinks. Sit right back because Our Reviews Will Kill You is once again live.
And welcome to Our Reviews Will Kill You, the podcast that is friend to all gophers. And we don't like the term groundhog. I think that's a little pejorative, so we'll try to keep that out of our vernacular for now. I am the man they know as Z, and as always, I am joined by the most nefarious of nibblers, the noobiest of noobs, the noob.
No, I think that's an earth pig!
It's not an earth
That's
pig.
not an earth. What about a fur kitten?
It's definitely not a fur kitten.
kitten.
Earth pig is probably closer, but still sounds racist coming out of your mouth.
A bustling beaver?
Well, maybe we have beaver fever now.
Oh my god, I love beaver fever. Who is that man in that luscious deep V? I mean, you could see every single piece of chest hair.
What deep V are you talking about?
That deep V in that challenge video. I don't know who that was. He looked very similar to me. But
was not you?
I don't know if I could reach that level of attraction. That man was just, oh my god, drop it in the shower and the soap in the prisons and everything. I would take it 6 ways to Sunday for that pizza challenge.
Oh, for the pizza challenge?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. We're also joined by that fan of Planet Express, the one, the only friend to Bender, Scott Keebler.
Yes, here we are once again for remote locations, spots unknown and mysterious, but we are all in a good mood. You can see I've decided to rearrange it a little bit in my background here. It's much nicer, much cleaner, and much more Futurama-istic-ical.
And you still have a dog next to you.
And there's still, Charles is still chilling next to me over here. Charles is still chilling next to me over here.
So, for those of you who are just listening on the audio portion of this podcast, and if you do join us live on Friday nights at 7:30, we'd love it if you gave us a like.
Eastern Standard Time.
Eastern Standard Time. We would love it if you gave us a like.
EST.
Gave us a follow.
That's an acronym.
Shut up, stupid. And if you didn't notice, we are having a challenge out there for our listeners.
Me, helpy.
We have the hashtag Pizza Gopher Challenge, trying to bring a little bit of fun to the people out there while you're stranded alone in your homes or whatever you're doing. I think you could take a little short film of yourself nibbling on that pizza, just like Noob and our Pizza Gopher friend. What do you think, Scott?
I think that it does look like fun. We do have some fun things to give away. I don't have any of them here. I think we're just going to go ahead and give away a whole bunch of new and old movies.
I have all of the movies, all of these. These are lots of things. Let's read off some of them. This is the big winner here. The House with a Clock on Its Walls. That's Jack Black while he's still fat. Simple Favor? Oh my god, that's hot.
What
Night
is that?
School? That's Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick. They kiss, so you should watch that. Crazy Rich Asians. Not the ones that started the coronavirus. Peppermint. That's Jennifer Garner when she was kind of hot. The Meg, that's a racist shark. No, is he a shark? Maybe. Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible. One of them. I don't know. You'll find out. Ant-Man and the Wasp. That's cool. I didn't know that was in there. Bohemian Rhapsody.
Good one.
That's a gay man who can really sing. Reign of the Supermen. That's a DC movie with Supermen.
That's the one where he's a Russian, right? Or no.
That's Red Sun.
Okay.
Raining Superman is where all the Superman find me and they just rain cum on my face.
Oh my god.
That's really weird. I was going to say that's the one after Death of Superman, right?
I have
Yes,
there's been so many.
Okay.
But you get your choice of 5 of those, and then Scott may or may not throw in some old DVDs.
I think, I think you've done the same. We'll just go ahead. I've cleaned out the closet, and I got a whole bunch of good DVDs. Some good, some not so good. We'll send you. It'll be a complete surprise package of DVDs. Straight.
You can also choose not to have that come from Scott as well.
I mean,
that is your choice. It is free will, but we would love to see you guys participate in the Pizza Gopher Challenge, and let's have some fun. Let's make some people laugh. Let's beat out that silly New York pizza rat, and let's talk about Pizza Gopher.
Can the guy who started the challenge in this video win?
Sure. Why
God.
not?
I
You got to beat out Noob
right.
for that.
You have to do
I heard
challenge.
that the delivery service was straight from Mexico, so it was authentic Mexican pizza. Yeah, so it was tasty in my mouth and out of it.
I don't think it's going to be hard to really beat that because Noob's Pizza Gopher is not impressive whatsoever.
Did you see how I fist that pizza at the end?
Yeah,
that's
it's
intense.
just not. The Pizza Gopher is cute and cuddly, and Noob is just horrifying,
aggressive, and I just went for it. I showed commitment to what I can put in my mouth.
The role.
No, you should just be committed. That's what it is.
He is committed to what he puts in his mouth. So why don't you tell us what's on the show today there, Noob?
We have plenty of Batman things. Is he a humanist? I don't know. Or a rapist. I don't think Batman's a rapist, but we'll find out. There's a new animal that's stripy and sexy and has an ass. PS4 is trying to keep everyone at home by giving away free shit. So I'll tell you what they're giving away. There's a new look at an Andrew Villanueva? Cocaina. I don't know. He's a guy. Amy Schumer is not. She changed something, and it's not her diet, which she should. I'll tell you what she changed, though. Netflix has a very hot new show, I think. I don't know if it's hot or orgy or sex. Amber Heard likes to play and poop. And there's a conspiracy theory that there's stalkers out there, and they like to stalk in Russia. And then we're going to review a whole shitload of stuff. Code 8. Which is something on Netflix.
Not a Mountain Dew.
Not a Mountain Dew. No, that's Code Red. Code Red is delicious, by the way. Justice League Doom. That's been out for 8 years, I think. So we're reviewing that for anyone who cares. Anyone who cares about an 8-year-old DC animated film.
That's random as hell.
We're going to tease Ozark, but we're not going to spoil it, unlike some people had it spoiled for them. 47 Meters Down is a shark movie that's not racist. Lego Masters is something. I think
it's not the master race.
Then Hulu is having parasites in them, and I think that's news.
It could be news. Could be a review.
Oh, also, there's going to be a quick review of my drink that I made because I'm a delicious and delectable bartender. This is a Gold Rush, everybody. It's 75 half ounces. No, it's actually 2 ounces of bourbon, 1 ounce of lemon juice, and 3/4 ounce of honey syrup. It's delicious.
Maybe we'll put a recipe someday, or not.
Before I push this news button and really get into it, we actually do have a question and a listener, or I guess viewer, brought up concern. Everyone's supposed to be doing the social distancing, and we are doing that as I'm somewhere else and you are not. But our viewers, actually, if you're on YouTube Live, can see our viewers want to know why Z and Noob aren't adhering to proper social distancing guidelines.
Here is something the viewers may have gleaned or thought of for the years we've been doing this show.
For the years we have been doing the show for years.
The reason that Scott is quarantined and I myself with Z are in the same location is, as you can see, I'm a young, strapping man. And this man is a grizzled old veteran with gray hairs and sagging tits. Unfortunately, though, I have to call him my dad.
Well, you heard it here.
He is my daddy. My daddy Z. And I suckle on that teat so hard. And I'm not allowed to leave this room, actually. So this is actually my room. It's not much of a room. I only have a chair to sleep in.
It does make sense. We are letting everyone know that you two do, in fact, live together. It is a consensual relationship. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Consensual homosexual relationship, yes.
And
I thought I was your dad.
And we all approve of you.
It doesn't change anything, Dad.
And your life choices.
So yeah, that happened. I don't know who asked that, but you're welcome.
Well, thanks for enlightening us with that question. That's creepy.
Should we get to the news?
You heard the good news, everyone.
Yes, that I have sex with my dad. So Batman is a movie that is never probably going to come out since the world's ending. But if it does, he's going to have a new look. And director Matt Reeves has said the Batman will have a humanist bent like his other films. What does that even mean? A bent? What's a bent? Like a bench?
Like the curve in your penis, but
No, I don't know. It's too small to curve.
So
the only other person that I know that talks about being a humanist
Is someone who has
abandoned his
disappeared.
podcast,
hidden from the humans.
hidden from all humans,
Had one episode was released and is actually no longer available, but
offered for a limited time only.
Donnie from the Doncast, we are not sure where he got off to, but he was the one humanist that we knew of.
So okay, let's take Donnie's interpretation of what a humanist is. Noob, what was he trying to say when he was talking about being a humanist?
Shit. That means I gotta remember things.
He was like racist towards all humans.
No, I think he was racist towards anything that wasn't a human.
So he hated all animals.
All animals, all alien life.
Everything.
I believe
at one point I think he said he hated Jews, which is weird because they're humans.
he's also Jewish.
From Donnie's
really
mouth,
weird.
not me.
From
Donnie's mouth. Swear to God. Swear to Yahweh.
Actually,
sorry.
what happened was we were talking about the snap. It was the Thanos snap and whether or not Thanos was right. And I agreed with Thanos. I thought Thanos did nothing wrong. Donnie disagreed with me, and he said that I disagree with him because I don't have I don't think life is sacred or something like that. And I told him it was, and he said, well, he said something about humans, just humans. He only cared about the humans, not the other species, not the other planets, not the animals, just the humans.
Well, Noob, why don't you tell us what the American Humanist Association definition is?
Oh, this is a lot of words here. So, humanism is a progressive philosophy of life that, without theism or other supernatural beliefs, affirms our ability and responsibility to lead ethical lives. I already stopped caring. Ethical lives of personal fulfillment that aspire to the greater good. Wow, that's a mouthful.
Their tagline is
good without a god.
Whoa!
Wow.
So you're
Atheists.
saying that the Doncast,
Batman hates Jesus, is what Matt Reeves is saying.
Batman hates Jesus.
Interesting enough, that's not what I found. I found a quote from Karl Marx, who described communism as naturalized humanism. He stated, "Humanism is the denial of God and the total affirmation of man. Humanism is nothing else but Marxism. Communism is naturalized humanism."
That still sounds like he hates Jesus.
That's pretty much what Noob said.
Yeah.
That he hates.
So
hates
Batman
the Big J.
hates Jesus.
Wow, that's very
rough.
disappointing.
That's hard to take. After Easter Sunday. So Batman doesn't believe that Jesus
Batman
has risen.
is a communist.
So
he
this
is a commie.
So this then is the actual new Batman costume. It's not the other one that we saw.
No, that is the Batman from Red Sun.
That is
Yes, the literal commie Batman.
The
commie
literal
Batman.
commie Batman. Batman has gone communist.
Which that Batman made no fucking sense, but whatever.
I don't know. I guess he's just trying to keep interest in his film since it's stalled its production, which I know. I'm still looking. I think I'm looking forward to seeing it. We'll wait for some more previews, but
that's the weird thing. You can see
know.
you can see the image here. This was the released image, which is some weird, like, I guess Batman is like creating film. Maybe
he's an indie film student now.
He's
All
a
of
film
his
student,
nudes of
and he's now proofing his pictures. He's in a darker right now, creating his pictures that
He's
he
in the
took
dark room
earlier on his Polaroid mirror camera. So this will be an interesting movie. It's going to be Photographer Batman.
Yeah, it was supposed to come out June
Communist
2021.
Photographer Batman.
Yeah, it's supposed to come out June 2021, but there hasn't been any specific word as to whether it's going to be delayed.
Well, obviously
it will be, but no specific word yet.
This Batman works.
Somebody died.
This Batman works for free.
Going from a bat to a zonkey, which is a brand new animal, which starts with a Z, which is weird because Z is here. So basically, what that means is Z fucked a donkey.
That is not what that means
So
at all.
he crossbred.
Do I look like I have
works.
stripes?
I thought Brid works.
Yes. You haven't seen this man shirtless. He's got plenty of white stripes. So a zonkey is a zebra and a donkey. So a zebra gives birth to a rare baby after mating with a donkey, which is adorable, by the way. Basically looks like a tiny donkey with zebra legs, and it's great.
Yes,
it's fantastic.
I believe Scott posted an image for us. If you're watching on YouTube,
it's an abomination, and
it almost looks photoshopped,
and it needs to be put down.
No, it doesn't. Oh, fucking Christ!
Oh, Scott got to it first before it could breed again. Even though it's probably sterile.
Yeah, so where did
That one's dead,
Zebra
so let's go
in
that one.
Cholulu?
Chalupa?
Hills National Park
It
in
is-
Kenya. Of course,
It's
Africa.
the offspring of Cthulhu.
The offspring of Cthulhu.
Of course, it's an
in
African donkey.
Chalupa Park.
Only an African donkey would
Apparently-
let it get fucked by a zebra.
Apparently, this is the second one. There's another one that was born a while ago in captivity. So this one is now going to go hang out with the other one or something like that.
Oh my god.
You mean you've never seen a zonkey
They're
before?
they're sterile, to my understanding. So maybe this
Scott,
is like
the
the
animal
second in the
expert.
world. I don't know.
Yes.
I just see
He
little.
tried to milk one
I
with the
just
dick.
see. Well, it was a male, which is the weird part. So
Scott trying to milk a zonkey. Okay, what's next?
Got that donkey milk. We're just gonna go. Okay, sure.
We
So
went right through that zonkey.
yeah, so instead of looking at zonkies, everyone in
How
quarantine
about Zendaya's?
can stay. Zendaya's, she's a singer. And
She's
an
also
actress.
in Dune.
Is she? We're not
How
talking
do
about
you
Dune yet, though.
my transition?
Oh, fine. We'll talk about Dune. I don't know what Dune is. Isn't that a remake of a game or a movie or something?
It's a Dune.
What is Dune?
It's based on the 1964 Frank Herbert book.
Yes,
series.
Frank Herbert's Dune is one of the most celebrated sci-fi
65.
novels
I'm sorry.
ever written.
It is amazing. It is a fantastic series of novels. One of the most influential that was written in sci-fi. I think it's They said it's the unfilmable book.
There's
They gave it
6
a
novels
try.
in this series?
wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, wasn't it? It was filmed, wasn't it? A movie, and it was like some weird floaty guy who like was super fat.
Baron
and
Harkonnen?
smelled farts.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a David Fincher film that was back in the 80s that had Sting in it. That was the first attempt.
Oh, that smells.
It was David Lynch. I'm sorry, not David Fincher. David Lynch did that, and then they made a Sci-Fi Channel back in 2000. They readapted it as a 5-part miniseries, which won 2 Emmys, I believe.
Yes, and then it was followed in 2003 by Children of
I do
Dune,
love
a
the smell of
3-part
that.
series
Oh, that
based on
smells so
2
amazing.
Herbert's follow-up novels. So they basically just have done everything. Now they're making an actual movie.
Yeah, but the cinema, I mean,
I have these
anything
weird
that
tubes that go right to my
Villeneuve
nose to
makes is
deliver my
pretty
farts.
cool looking. I don't know.
Yeah, I was
if
going to say
it's
cool
be
looking, not a good
good.
movie. Blade Runner 2049 was not that good.
Yes.
So Zendaya is going to be... Ooh, Josh Brolin's going to be in it.
Apparently, Zendaya actually released an image. I don't know if she was allowed to or not, but she did release her look for this movie. Right there.
She don't look like Spider-Man.
No.
Oscar Isaac is also in this?
Yes, they
Fun-
released images of Oscar Isaac.
Funny,
Jason Momoa?
Jason Momoa is in it.
Javier Bardem? Holy
Yeah,
shit.
There's a huge cast in this.
Funny
Huge star
enough,
cast.
Stellan
this-
Skarsgård?
this
Holy shit.
Zendaya
Dave
character-
Bautista?
Okay.
this
Scott wants-
Zendaya character looks more like Batman than the Batman character that we just saw.
Yes, that is true. She's Batman.
She's the new
She's
Batman.
Batman.
She's Batman.
She's Lesbat.
She's lesbian.
And she loves to smell the farts. Oh.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't know Andrew Villanueva did Prisoners. Oh, that was a good movie.
Yes, he's a good director.
Yeah. Well.
So we'll see. There's a lot of high hopes. People are comparing this. They're saying it's the Game of Thrones of movies. So we'll see.
I don't know about all that.
I don't know. I think the story's it's definitely. I think it's better than Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is good, but meanders a bit much. Dune is philosophical, religious, ecological. It hits a lot of different notes. And guy was a genius. So
Does it carry a message? It carries a message.
yeah, it carries. A
Is there
message.
monsters in it?
There's giant sandworms.
Isn't that Tremors? With Kevin Bacon?
It's like Tremors
And Beetlejuice.
and Beetlejuice put together,
Tremors was a movie
but
with
not
like
funny
Underground.
at all.
Was Tremors supposed to be funny?
Yeah, Tremors is a comedy.
Is it really?
Yes, it's
All
a
8
horror
of them.
comedy.
That was with Kevin Bacon, right?
Correct.
I'm not
Yes.
misremembering. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. That's one of my favorite horror monster scare.
He was in
movies, yeah.
2 of 6 of those movies, actually.
Yeah, but the first one's the only one that counts.
I
Was
don't. I don't know. The one where they go to the Arctic Circle is actually kind of horrible too.
The first one's not horrible. It's actually really, really
the first
good.
one's really good, yeah.
Yeah, the rest are just kind of schlock.
And then the second one was okay. Then the third one, they got the ass blasters, which just completely
It
off
goes
the rails.
anytime you say the word ass blaster, it all goes downhill from there.
Anyway, so we're going to move on to staying at home and playing, not with
your
yourself
ass?
like I do. Playing at home with PlayStation. So Sony is having a new initiative. I don't know why. It's not really that new, so I'll get into that.
What?
But the Play at Home initiative is Sony's way of giving free games so you stay at home and play them during quarantine. But Sony gives away free games every month with its PlayStation Plus subscriptions. So...
But are they good games?
Yeah, they're usually pretty good games. These games for the Stay at Home initiative are quite good. You're actually getting 4 games. So it's the Uncharted Collection, which is the first 3 Uncharted games, which are all fantastic. And Journey, which is an indie game which is more serene than anything else. You just
Like
kind of...
Journey the song or the band?
Not Journey, Don't Stop Believing.
Don't stop believing.
Are they dead yet? Are they still going?
No, they do have a...
There's a reason
they
you're a
have
drummer.
a Vietnamese singer, I want to say now.
Oh, dear God. That's not...
He's very good.
Really?
Yeah, he's excellent.
He
He sounds just like the lead singer.
he's
Not
starting
Adam
a new
Lambert
journey.
of Queen, right?
No,
I can't
he's
believe-
of Queen.
I can't believe they have Adam Lambert for Queen. Like
Of
what,
Queen.
What the fuck? Anyway,
They
so-
just gave up all hope.
They really did. So stay at home and pick up Uncharted. It starts. It's free from April 15th through May 5th if you have a PlayStation Plus subscription. Uncharted series is probably one of the best series in all of PlayStation, so it's definitely worth playing if you haven't.
Oh, they're
And it's
making this
free.
temporary though.
No, you keep them. Once you download them, they're
Yeah,
yours.
as long as
Okay.
you have an active PlayStation Plus membership, they're free.
Okay, and then you get to keep them as long as you keep that membership.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't even need to actively... You can just add it to your library and not download it. As long as you purchase it, it stays in your library for free.
That's fair.
Yeah. So, unlike some bitch who just plays Red Dead Redemption and Grand Theft Auto, he's not going to get this probably because he is a failure.
What are you gonna do?
And speaking of Sony, look for my Resident Evil 3 review in the coming week because I stayed at home and played it all the way through, even though it's a very short fucking campaign.
Didn't
at
you
full price.
play with a bunch of men?
Oh, I did play with a bunch of sweaty men in my basement
Hmm.
while we ate pizza and got all saucy.
Why are you
Slut
staying
like
home?
that.
It's not like anyone has to stay home right now.
No,
What?
no one.
No one's staying home?
We're allowed to go out now.
Not in Florida.
Oh
God.
yeah, we didn't even talk about that.
Is that? Are we gonna?
Are you
have
transitioning, or do you want to talk about that?
do you want to just add a news story?
I mean, it's just something stupid. Florida's opening their beaches up tonight because they're, Florida. Thank
Start
God
opening up their beaches.
Florida's opening up their beaches tonight because
They're bitches.
everyone has their own thing that they're going to do. Florida has
bitches.
already kept the WWD, the wrestling company, open. Vince McMahon fired everybody, but they're still doing shows in Florida. Florida opened the beaches back up tonight because of
You need to
reasons.
stop saying that Florida is full of beaches.
Florida is America's trash can.
I thank God for Florida because if not for Florida, the rest of the country would look horrible.
Like Florida makes Alabama look smart. It's really bad.
It's really bad.
Yeah.
And there's-
Sorry to anyone who listens in Alabama.
And there's
Or Florida.
and there's
well, not really.
And there's rumor that they're going to do a light opening on Disney like very soon to try and get people back in the park, even though you're not supposed to. So
And then Mickey's gonna die, and then Disney's gonna collapse.
good job, Florida.
Kevin Feige's gonna go to DC, redo BVS, bring back the Justice League, make it all better again.
make Justice League great again.
Yes, pretty much. Yeah, so that was a free news story that we added in.
So talking about someone who's just as disgusting as Florida.
Yes, even more disgusting. So Amy Schumer, a actress / comedian that's not funny nor appealing,
Nothing.
initially made
Sweet
her,
baby Jesus.
made her son's
Look at that
name
picture.
something quite lovely. So she initially named her son Gene, Gene, and then I guess the middle name is Attell,
Yeah.
Attell.
Like the comedian, like Dave Attell.
Yeah, it's what it was. It was actually
she
homage
named
to
him
Dave
after
Attell.
Dave Attell.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, so she didn't purposely make her son name genitals.
No, she did not purposely name her son Genital. She
Okay, that makes me hate her a little less.
she just wanted to name him Attell because I guess that's like her mentor, or maybe the baby daddy.
Gene Attell, so genital. Her son was going to be genitals.
It's an outrage.
Just genitals.
It was an outrage.
So
Just a
Who
quick
named
second
their
for anyone watching
child?
YouTube. Is that actually Amy Schumer? Because that looks like an obese man.
That is Amy Schumer with her baby.
Why are
Oh.
you saying that her baby looks like an obese man?
No,
She's a very
the-
handsome baby.
The pork sausage that's holding the baby.
The baby is very doesn't look like genitals.
The baby looks inquisitive, honestly. He's looking for some tits, and it's all sausage.
Now, to be fair, Amy Schumer did have a horrible pregnancy. She's very public about it. A lot of medical issues, the whole entire thing. She actually got a lot.
Does that make her funny?
She got no. It was actually informative and it was real and it was.
What did it
herself out
inform
there.
you about?
that she ate too many
What
Twinkies.
exactly
It
did
didn't
you learn about
inform
Amy
me.
Schumer's
It didn't
pregnancy that
inform
you
me
needed to know
of
about
anything.
pregnancy?
Anal
I
fissures?
did not care about any of it, but it was helpful for other
Helpful in what way?
mothers out there to know that these things are natural and sometimes it's all an ugly process.
Scott, coming from Scott, the expert on pregnancies.
Yeah, I
and,
definitely am not.
small children.
I definitely
and
am
babies.
anything but. I actually have a rule. It's not law, but it's a rule where I stay away from small children. But she was given a lot of slack
That's
for
not a
making
law.
her-
I was pretty sure that was law. That was the law.
Nah, actually, I do not have anything named Megan against me.
Oh, okay.
But she did.
It's a
She
different
was
law.
very public
Megan.
about her whole pregnancy, and she got a lot of slack for it, and a lot of expecting mothers praised her for being so public about it. So I mean, it's back and forth. It helped some people. Other people were offended by it. Either way, let's not forget the fact that she accidentally named her child Genital.
What's her
Yes.
last name? Oh, Fisher. So the kid's last name was
Genital
Fisher.
Fissures.
So it's Genital Fissures. Oh, that seems like a joke to me. Like she was trying to write a joke that she probably stole.
Yeah. So she changed it, even though the baby was 11 months old. So if he was getting used to being genital fissures,
Nobody
has to
gets used
get
to
the cream
genital
for that
fissures.
because it's no longer there. His name is now Gene. What the fuck is it?
David.
Fisher. Yes, Gene GDF. Going down for real.
Goddamn Fisher.
Oh no, yeah, God, Amy Schumer. We should be ashamed that we
Goddamn.
gave her time on our news stories.
On our show period?
Yes. She added that David was a better middle name because it was also her father's middle name, who also sexually assaulted her. I made that up. She was not sexually assaulted by her father.
You heard it here first, folks.
Allegedly. She was probably sexually
Bootleg
assaulted by her
chimed
father.
in. We don't know if it was an accident. Our theory is that it was a joke that she was trying to make. The way the news story said, she accidentally named her kid Genital Fisher. I don't know what you want to believe.
I think she was just trying to make up for the fact that she's an idiot.
I mean, yeah.
I don't know that it's real. I will stand by the fact that I think this was a joke.
Amy Schumer is a little too hot to handle, though.
But speaking of jokes, let's talk about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard's marriage.
Nope, that wasn't.
Fake news.
You keep putting up the stories and I keep looking at them. So what am I supposed to do?
I set up a perfect segue for Scott.
Okay, what's your perfect
I said
segue
it was
for
too
Scott?
hot to handle with all of Amy Schumer's roles.
Scott wasn't ready for that.
Scott was ready.
I am now.
Scott is now. See, I knew Scott wasn't ready to. He was too hot to handle.
Speaking of Netflix and hot to handles, hot to love handles is what Amy Schumer has.
We have a trailer to play. Shall we just play this?
Sure, just play
Let's
it.
just play
There's a trailer for a new Netflix
This
show.
retreat
Too
is
hot
one
to
of the
handle.
sexiest people in the world.
In the world.
10.
In the world.
Horny?
10 serial swipers.
And horny?
Bring that here, reel it in.
Really horny people.
One sexual. Is this an orgy?
This is literally.
Netflix have orgies?
Cheers, there's sexy people. Cheers, guys.
Hold on, it's coming. One naughty twist.
Plot twist.
There are conditions to your stay here.
Bloody hell.
No kissing or sex of any kind.
Oh no! You get
Oh,
voted
shit.
off if you have kiss or sex?
As
Go
if some
kissing.
robot
Weird.
is telling me I can't do anything.
It's not easy to go an extended period of time without any sexual release.
Think of your nan.
This retreat is to help you gain deeper emotional connections.
Do they win money?
A real thing.
We'll find out.
Money will be deducted for any sexual activity.
Whoa! Girls
All we wanna do
kissing!
is rip each other's
Dude,
clothes
they're
off.
not gonna have any money by the end of this.
Not all of you have invested in the
Oh!
process.
There was some.
I really don't care. I don't look at him and just see sex.
Did you not see the
more can
guys-
come from this.
No, there was a black ass
I
right
don't
there.
wanna break
Oh
the
my
rules.
god. Darker than midnight.
So
Sexual
this is
rehabilitation.
they're gonna supply a lot of booze
Starting to
and
look
some
at the
singles.
fish.
Everyone
and some fish.
God, it's like this would be a perfect scenario if someone had a
We
rape
need to
fantasy.
control ourselves.
Why?
Because they'd want it so bad, but they can't have it.
For growth. What kind
That doesn't make any
And they just want it to be taken.
Yeah, but then they lose money.
Yeah,
All
well,
we've got to
in
do
Mexico, you
is
don't
just
need money.
keep our pants on.
This just seems
April
just
17th!
seems
Oh shit!
so
Is that today?
stupid.
it's tonight. We could have watched
That
it.
just
Oh my
seems
god.
so
Why didn't we do a
stupid.
watch along?
We could, but I don't feel like
No,
it.
we
You can
don't.
watch by yourself.
No. Yeah,
If
well,
this is definitely a show that if I'm watching, I'm definitely watching muted.
oh boy.
But then you won't know what's going on.
I really don't. I'm not gonna care what's going on. But I mean, I'll tell you what. You take a look at this cast. I mean, you can definitely watch this on mute with this cast
She has
alone.
a dumb tattoo on her thigh.
She is,
first
I
of
mean,
all. Look at her covering it
wait,
because she's embarrassed.
I
by
couldn't
it.
say that anybody on the show is going to be of like educated level.
On which show? OrkU or Too Hot to Handle?
Is
Both.
this the same girl?
Both. That's the same girl. That's the Chloe Vitch is the first one. Cameron James says, "I'm sorry, but this series looks horrible." Cameron, I'm right on the same page as you, bud.
Her boobs don't.
Haley Curtin, of course.
I bet she shows boobs.
I mean,
It's gonna be not. It's all gonna be blurred out anyway. So who cares?
yeah, there's no way this is
That
gonna
black
happen.
ass wasn't blurred
This
out.
is
Oh
not
my
going to
God,
be
look
an.
at that
This is not
underboob.
going to be an R rating on Netflix. I mean, I wish it would
could be.
but or
Those
they
are some
have,
Blue is the
4.0
warmest
boobs.
color. They can
or,
show whatever they
or
want
what
on
they'll
Netflix.
have is they'll have like Too Hot After Dark. Francesca Farago.
Not interested.
I mean,
Pass.
she's French. She's got big boobs.
Hard pass. Hard pass.
Hard pass.
What? Hard. Okay.
Rhonda
Yeah, hard
Paul.
pass.
The racist noob strikes again.
Why?
No.
Why?
She looks a little too muscular.
Why?
Like she could manhandle me.
Oh, she would she'd twist.
She
Noob
seems
up.
like a choker.
I do think that actually she does look like she would beat up poor Noob. I think
Yeah, she looks. Oh, look at those nails. Oh my god, she'd fist me so hard.
you're looking
with
at the
that.
nails. I'm looking at those lips.
Oh god, those are some DSLs.
I don't like the widow's peak, and she needs to shave her eyebrows.
Nicole
Next.
O'Brien.
Oh my god.
Look at those eyebrows.
That's a man.
She used to be a man.
Used to be a man.
Oh god.
Used to be a man.
Yep.
I don't know. That's a
Lydia. Oh, I thought it's
Used to be a man.
used to be a man.
Kiko, used to be a man.
Oh my god. What is
I
that?
used to be a man.
Yeah,
Used to be a man.
Definitely
Wait, maybe
mostly
that's the
plastic.
trick.
That's the
they
trick.
used to be men.
Is-
Not
that's-
that there's anything wrong with that. It could be trans island. It would be perfectly okay.
that's why you're not allowed to have sex until the very end. So you're not surprised.
Oh, that's the
Scott
secret.
just broke the twist.
Scott just broke the
Here we
twist.
go.
Oh my god.
Used to be a
now-
Is that
no,
LeBron
that's a
Jr.?
man.
Now we're
That's
going to get
that's
into
a
the
real
people that
man.
Noob will be
Wow.
watching for. Sharon Townsend, of course.
His name is Sharon.
David Whistle.
Oh
God,
god. I
what
just his name
stupid,
was-
what stupid names, dude. That
Blow
guy's
his whistle.
that guy's got bigger tits than me.
He really does, but it's so right.
horrible.
Not to mention,
Oh,
Harry Jonesy. I like to go out and surf. That's what I do all the
he
time.
looks super gay.
Harry.
oh, how
he-
dare you, noob?
Is that-
how dare you?
Is that the Harry from the royal family?
What?
There's a
There's a Harry
Spider-Man.
from the
That's a hipster.
Matthew Smith, Kells.
Kells?
Just
He's
Kells.
just one name
That's it,
man.
just
Those
Those
Kells.
nipples are pointing sideways. Look at that. That is ferocious.
It matches his eye.
Oh my god. Oh!
And
That's aggressive.
Bryce.
He's riding a bull
What's
in
up?
a pool.
What's up,
God
Bryce?
damn.
Anyone named Bryce is definitely going for the 3 previous characters that we just
She
shared.
is smiling right at my taint.
Corey, of course. Actually,
What
that's
if they-
Bryce will
what
go
if
after
it is
Corey.
trans island?
I think that'll be the twist. Is Bryce will go after Corey,
And then you have a real tiny picture. Is
and
that
then
what
a
that
real
is?
tiny picture that did not pop up the way I expected it to.
Thanks for taking us on a tour of the cast of whatever that show was called again.
That was too hot to handle.
I would have all of them shit on me.
Noob, I'm sure you
honestly.
would, noob.
Oh, by the way, Cameron James, who just popped out and said the series of Carble is a new fan, and thank you very much, bud. We do look forward to hearing from you again as time
Thank
goes
you,
on.
sir. We appreciate it. We truly
We
do.
know that the only reason you listen is because of me. It's fine to admit it. Please put that in the comments. Seriously, I need the validation. Anyway, speaking of shit, Johnny Depp and Amber Heard's marriage ended over many things, but one of which, mystery poop left in the bed. I don't.
She's
really,
a mystery pooper.
She.
I don't think it's much of a
pooper.
mystery if Johnny Depp's like, oh, I didn't do it. Did the servants do it? I don't
She's a
think
sleep
so.
pooper.
And she's a little volatile.
Yeah,
And might be going to jail, by the way, folks.
Really?
Yes, she apparently fabricated evidence, and that's a big no-no, and it could get you a 3-year jail term. So, and she also has it. There's a petition to have her removed from Aquaman 2, and I think it's over 100,000 signatures. So,
something like that.
Why don't you tell us about some of her excremental revenge?
There was a pile of poop that was found in their marital bed. I loved how they had to put that there was a marital bed. The troubled star accused Heard of dumping the feces as revenge for his being 2 hours late to her 30th birthday party in 2016.
He was 2 hours late to her 30th?
But Heard denied the poop accusation and continues to deny it in a statement to the Mirror, blaming the deposit on a couple's Yorkshire Terrier, Boo, who had a bowel problem. So she literally blamed it on the dog shitting in the bed.
Wow.
Yeah. The excrement was discovered by a housekeeper the morning after the couple had yet another explosive argument.
So Depp didn't even find it? He just laid in the bed with poo, and she laid in the bed with poo? What are they doing?
The housekeeper thought the poop was too large to be from such a small dog.
Sometimes you just lay in a bed with poop. I mean, it just happens.
Was that a George Clooney thing? Wasn't he like a guy who used to poop in litter boxes or something to freak people out? I'm pretty sure that's a thing. Although in a bed is much different
because it was a giant turd in the box. Like, oh my god, my cat did this.
Yeah, I remember hearing that story.
Okay, yeah, that's wow. So,
by the way,
do you believe Amber Heard or do you believe Johnny Depp?
I mean, Johnny Depp has done more drugs than Jesus, but I don't know. Amber Heard seems crazy.
She has a track record of beating up her exes, and her female exes nonetheless.
She likes to beat women, much like Scott.
Yes.
I just believe that I am very disappointed that I just Googled Amber Heard poop and nothing good came up.
Wow.
No, nothing at all.
So very disappointed at that.
All right. Well, let's move on to something else, which is a Chernobyl. That was a series on HBO. Apparently, there's stalkers that are stalking an HBO series. It's weird.
They're not stalking an HBO series.
They're not stalking the HBO series.
No. Do you know what Chernobyl even is?
The HBO series starring one of the Skarsgårds.
No, that is not what Chernobyl.
There was a movie, Chernobyl Diaries.
Also, well, it was based in Chernobyl. Actually, technically, the city of Pripyat. Is that what it is? I think.
Pripyat.
I think.
Oh, Pripyat was in Pripyat.
Yes.
Crickets was in one of the Call of Duties.
Yes, it's the town that was right outside of the Chernobyl nuclear site.
In the Ukraines.
Correct. Was it in Ukraine?
I don't know.
I
don't live in Russia.
Yeah, at the time, the Ukraine was... it exploded in 1986, killing thousands. The reactor itself went into a meltdown. And at the time, the Ukraine was part of the Soviet Union. And that's where the HBO miniseries comes in. It documented the tragedy and won many awards. But currently, what's kind of interesting is that there are hundreds of firefighters working there because there is a forest fire in the Chernobyl site, which was actually kind of reclaimed by nature. There's like wolves and bears and all sorts of things living there now. And now the ruins are kind of taken over, and it's a little bit of a tourist site, but there's some sort of science fiction cult that walks around there and takes pictures, and they're being blamed by the locals for setting the fire itself. So they're saying that this science fiction cult called the Stalkers are set fire to the woods in Chernobyl as some sort of like revenge. There's some sort of science fiction novel involved too. It's a little crazy. I don't even know what the heck is going on over there in the Ukraine.
What? Okay.
I don't know if I'm right about this, but I think I saw something about the radiation levels are rising again because of the fires, because it's like stirring shit up and like it's causing more issues than just fire. And now this is radioactive fire.
Yes, so we've taken, not only is there a pandemic, but there's also radioactive fires attacking the world. So we're in bad shape there. I don't know what the hell's going on, but I think it's pretty weird that there's some sort of cult.
Stuff like this is when actual superheroes really appear. Like this is when Superman finally shows up and he's like, hey, I'm here. And we're going to fight this radioactive fire monster that just exploded out of Chernobyl.
Is he going to fight? I guess he could fight the fire. Can he fight a pandemic?
No. No,
No, he
unless
would lose.
unless he used his laser vision to completely eliminate everything that was holding the virus, in which case
Like all
just
people?
take out the human race and we're good to go.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a win.
So what we're saying is the Chernobyl meltdown, much like the Holocaust, did not happen.
Wow, you are.
Is that what
just
we're saying?
too
That's
much
what
there,
Scott said,
dude.
right?
That is not what Scott
No,
said.
Scott did not say that.
No,
Definitely did not say that.
I thought I heard Scott saying that.
No.
Are we sure?
No,
I did have a drink today.
Bro.
I might have roofied myself.
You might have revealed yourself as some sort of racist.
No, roofied myself.
Oh, okay.
Roofied
I
myself.
can't believe you just claimed to be a Holocaust denier.
No, I'm a Holocaust survivor, honestly.
I think
I'm
that's
a
even
Benjamin
worse,
Button
dude.
kind of guy, so I'm actually 97 years old.
We already had this conversation, remember?
That's
We
even
did.
worse.
Yes.
I don't.
You accused me of my heritage, and yes.
Oh,
It's an
yes.
outrage.
It is an outrage. We do not support any of the claims made by Noob Noob.
I'm
Noob
not
is
making the claims.
a buffoon.
I'm not making claims.
You're a buffoon.
I only make clams.
Ah, yes.
I like clams. Yes.
OrkU does not take any responsibility or agree with anything that Nubu says.
Ever.
Okay. Well, we should probably move on to reviews then before I say
Yeah,
more
you
sexual
think?
things.
That was not sexual.
Was
You're
it?
confusing sexual with racism again.
Are they the same thing?
No.
Isn't sex racism?
I no.
Can you have racist sex?
Probably.
Did you just call the Holocaust sexual?
I don't know what he's talking
What?
about. He's just
What's
lost.
Don't
wrong
people have a
with
heat
you?
fetish? Like with
I'm
the
pretty sure he put some psychoactive honey in his drink and now is hallucinating.
I have the hot honeys.
He
Really?
is the hot honeys.
The hot honeys is in my mouth.
Oh, let's just go to reviews before we
Yes.
have to knock him out and just throw him in a fire or something. Ow! Can we send him to
The
Chernobyl?
Holocaust is only like 100 years old. That's too
It's
soon.
not 100 years old.
Too soon. Not 100. Oh, wait, because it never happened.
I love Scott. I love Scott. Gotta do my better.
Tonight, you.
Okay, that was a lot. That was a lot to handle. So our first review is a new Netflix movie starring some cousins. Not the cousins that touch each other, the good cousins. They are from the CW Arrowverse, actually. One is the one who started it, Stephen Amell. And one is his cousin that probably was just like, please get me a job. And he's like, okay. And then got him a job as, what was he? I don't know. He was in a show. And it's Robbie Amell. But it's Code 8.
What was he in the Arrowverse? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah,
me?
they're
he was
both in-
Firestorm.
Firestorm, there we go.
The original Firestorm.
The original Firestorm, yes.
OG Firestorm.
OG stuff, yes. So this is Code 8, a new Netflix movie with superpowers and some...
It's like a heist flick with superpowers, but not like real superpowers, kind of like handyman superpowers.
No, I mean...
Yeah,
really.
they're all like all the superpower people are handymen. They like
Yeah, one dude
put
could carry
together
one dude could
buildings
carry
and
stuff.
redo electricity.
Another dude would like put wires together and then weld.
Yeah, but it kind of seemed like they basically made an allegory of Mexicans, honestly.
What
They had them sitting outside a store waiting to be picked up for work.
is that? Is that something common to you that you know a lot about?
Yeah, I pick up plenty of men outside of stores.
That's where
for
where
work.
we picked up Noob for the OrkU.
Yeah,
I remember him telling a story about him picking up some men outside of a Home Depot before.
I only had to pay them in Taco Bell.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Bootleg says he'd tell you to go home that you're drunk, but considering that you and Z live together, there's not really too far that you can go.
I can go to my bed, which is here.
He does not live with me. I can't believe I let this man in my house. Get away from me. Get out. Away. Go away.
Why do you think I'm over
I'm
here?
sending him to your house.
No, he can't get in my house. I built a moat around my house. It has crocodiles in it. There's no way you're getting anywhere
And Noob
near
can't
my
swim.
house. I wish he'd try to swim with those crocodiles. That would be hilarious.
I can swim better than Michael Phelps.
I would film that.
Michael Phelps?
It would be like
Michael Phelps.
It would be the crocodile doing
Free drugs.
Pizza Gopher challenge with Noob.
Oh my gosh. So why don't you tell us what Tomato Meter says about
Anyway,
this?
yeah, so Code 8, the tomato meter with a whopping 12 reviews, 75%. The audience score, 66% with 373 reviews. I thought it was a solid movie. Like, it wasn't fantastic.
I'll give it the critic consensus. It's going to say something like a solid concept that wasn't completely executed through its script, with interesting visuals, but ultimately a bleak and mildly uninteresting story that wasn't carried by its actors.
I'll just
I
go
thought
as far.
Stephen Amell was good. Robbie Amell is kind of blah. Everybody else is pretty okay.
No, I thought they had great chemistry.
Who?
Steven and Robbie Amell.
I just don't like Robbie as like this goody-goody. Like he's he can't play against type. And it was interesting because Stephen Amell tried to play against type. He played a gangster, which was kind of cool.
He was like sort of bad, but sort of not as... I thought he was going to be the bad guy in the beginning. And I was like, oh, this is interesting.
Yeah.
And then he's just...
I mean, he was a bad guy.
Yes, but he's not like...
He's technically the bad
Yeah,
guy.
he is a bad guy.
He's like not a bad guy.
He kills people and deals drugs. What's not bad about him?
And then takes over the drug ring at the end.
Way to spoil
Wow,
everything.
spoilers.
Spoilers there, Scott.
There's nothing to spoil in this stupid movie.
It's a heist movie.
It's a heist movie that sucked. The ending was horrible. It was a
didn't
movie.
suck.
It was bad. Like,
what was so horrible?
Getting there
It was just
getting there
ambiguous.
was decent, but it left you feeling so empty that you just wanted to drink. Oh wait, I want to do that.
I want to
anyway.
drink all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
how's that any different from any normal
Because
day for
it
you,
made me want to drink. Normally, I just drink because I want to drink, but this made me want to drink.
You make me want to drink.
It was.
I mean,
I agree with that critic consensus where it was a decent film, but it didn't live up to anything. It definitely didn't do its job. It definitely didn't wrap up anything. It just kind of was like, this is the end of the movie. Like, we could keep telling the story or not. And these people do nothing, and nothing happens.
I'd say it was better than any X-Men movie I've ever seen.
Yeah, here's a
with
review that says, essentially a humbler, grungier indie X-Men without the same dependence on splashy effects. Code 8 is a solid genre effort from director Jeff Chan, which, yeah, I guess that's right.
Well, I thought that was cool too. It was like an underground gangster movie, and they kind of threw in futuristic, like what's that movie? Minority Report type stuff with mixing it with like a little bit of X-Men,
Like
superpower
scanning
stuff.
people for power levels and shit.
Yeah,
like
I
that.
thought
Much
it was
like
cool.
the Scouters in Dragon Ball Z.
The
Oh, you
drones and the
son of a
droids and stuff
bitch.
like that. So,
Son of a bitch.
Is it weird that it seems like most either animes or superpowered shows are going towards like levels of power?
God, please, no!
Next.
No? Okay, whatever.
Next.
So Justice League Doom, a very old movie that we're reviewing for some reason.
It was available on DC streaming, and it looks like they just added it back to DC streaming because I didn't see it there before, and I thought it was good, but I fell asleep.
You thought it was good, yet you didn't finish it.
Nope.
So
Audience score is 87%, so it must be okay. I don't remember. I missed the end.
What was I forget? This is so long ago that I don't remember exactly.
It's
which
basically
one this was.
about Batman. They figure out all of the Batman has his failsafe.
Oh yes,
Where he knows how to defeat all the heroes, and then I don't know, I forget. Basically, he just embarrasses all of the heroes where they don't want to fight anymore, which is kind of silly. And then I fell asleep.
It's Batman has a contingency plan for everyone else in the Justice League. The Legion of Doom gets a hold of said contingency plan and therefore takes out the entire Justice League up until the very end when it's Batman
Way to spoil
realizes
again.
that he was the
Just
one.
all full of spoilers.
So it's not spoiling the very end. That's kind of like setting up the plot. That's how it goes.
I mean, it's an 8-year-old movie, so spoilers are completely fine.
But he just seems to embarrass. Like, that seems to be the thing, is Batman just wants to embarrass everyone? Like, I don't get it.
It wasn't.
Batman
It wasn't
is
really
just smart.
about embarrassing. It's just in case any of the Justice League went over to the bad side, he knew how to take care of them.
Yeah, by embarrassing the Green Lantern, by embarrassing basically Martian Manhunter, he embarrassed Wonder Woman. Like, they were all just shamed into not being heroes anymore.
I mean, it was a good movie. It was the biggest Achilles heel that every of these superheroes had, and they had to deal with it. And it showed them coming together again and being the Justice League.
We'll catch it on
what they
DC
do.
streaming, and maybe I'll try to stay awake this time.
It was going, how about instead of talking about an 8-year-old movie, we do talk about something that is going to be brand new, and that's Justice League Dark, which is going to be hitting HBO very soon. Thanks to
The movie or
J.J. Abrams to produce Justice League Dark for HBO Max.
Yeah, that's not going to happen for like another 2 years.
Yeah, but
I was going to say, what are you talking about?
But that just was announced yesterday.
Yeah, but it's not going to happen for like 2 years. So be prepared in 2 years to watch Justice League Dark
on HBO
if J.J.
Max.
Abrams doesn't get fired before then because he sucks. J.J. Abrams, I gave a speech about how much you suck. So keep sucking and stop ruining our beloved Star Trek and Star Wars, you naughty man. Next, stop.
Yes. So Ozark is a show on the Netflix, and it is fan-fucking-tastic. The season 3 came out just recently, about a month ago or so.
No, about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it was like 3 weeks ago. Let's
2
say
weeks
3.
ago.
Let's say 3 weeks. Just because you're a lazy bitch and haven't watched doesn't mean it came out sooner.
2 weeks.
Premiere date, July 21st, 2017. That's for season 1, actually.
Yes, that's for season 1.
That is for season 1, folks.
Dumb.
Anyway, so season 3 came out. I watched it all. I have a review waiting to be released, but I have to wait for these other bitches to actually watch it.
What, Ozark? I finished it.
Yes, okay. You actually
Well, you're not allowed to review it.
I hammered that out in one day.
Holy shit.
10 episodes you
Hell yeah.
hammered out in one day?
Hammered that shit. Maybe like the last 2 I hammered the next day.
So I'm just going to say I watched the first episode. I said it has an amazing soundtrack. It's crazy intense. And every character that you feel sympathetic for has some sort of like major flaw, which I think is awesome. I think it's going to enter the pantheon of Breaking Bad, The Wire, and Ozark are going to be that pantheon. If people are sleeping on this show, they need to watch it. It's amazing. Apparently, they only have 1 or 2 more seasons left, just like Breaking Bad. But it's different. It's not the same as Breaking Bad, but it's one of those amazing crime dramas. I think Jason Bateman is starting to prove himself as like one of the top directors, producers, and actors in Hollywood.
Also, remember how I think it was the last season was season 3, or this is season 3?
This is season 3.
This is 3. So 2, Jason Bateman wasn't really a strong character. He was starting to come back.
The fuck?
He definitely came out as a very strong character this season, and I agree with you, and you're going to see this season, none of these characters have any redeeming qualities. They're all horrible people, but it makes for a great, great story.
No, Jason Bateman is an angel.
And, well, just think about it. I told you, when I did my review of The Outsider, the episode that he directed and that he starred in was absolutely amazing. One of the most compelling things I'd seen on television in a long time.
Yeah.
And he's coming to his own, and keep an eye out, folks. This guy, he's really, really talented, and I can't wait to see what else he does. So if you ever see anything with Jason Bateman, look out, catch it. He's not just a comedian. Like, he's gone into drama, and he's gone hard, and it's very, very good.
Yeah, he directed the first 2 episodes of this season, and the critic consensus is, the tomato meter is 97% for season 3. Critic consensus, Ozark finally finds its footing in its 3rd season that ramps up the tension and shines a brighter spotlight on Laura Linney's exceptional performance. I would think Jason Bateman's performance is better, but she also is good.
No, she's fantastic.
She's very dynamic female character.
I fucking want to punch her in the face.
This was the season that 1 and 2 was building up to. This was worth the wait. This was worth going through seasons 1 and 2 to get to this season.
Season 1 and 2 are amazing.
And still this season was that much better.
All right. Well, watch it, folks, and maybe we'll give a full review. I know we did a whole episode on it a couple years ago.
It ends insanely. It ends so good. I can't even. I just can't.
Well, again, feel free to check out our Season 1 review and our Season 2 review back. I think we did whole episodes on those back in the day.
We talked a lot about one thing.
We talked a lot about one thing. We did a full analysis. If you guys ever do want to hear an analysis from us, please feel free. Shoot us an inbox. Say something in the comments.
We did a full analysis, and Noob did an anal G, which was rather weird, but it's what he does, so.
Yeah, in the full analysis shows, Noob tends to fall asleep. So
yes, I had to prep for my prostate exam. Mm-hmm. So I'm the one who gives the best reviews anyway, so bitch please.
You like everything.
Yes!
What don't you like?
Dragon
Ball Z.
No, I love Dragon Ball Z.
Apparently, he doesn't like the CW anymore.
I can't,
apparently, he doesn't like the CW anymore. I heard in a recent crossover podcast with the Noobers that he's not interested in the CW shows anymore.
That's a lie. That's a bullshit lie.
Shout out to our friend at Sensibly Cynical who did help Noob come to Jesus and realize that what's left of the CW is all garbage because it's Superwoman, Batwoman, Legends of Tomorrow, and what? The new Birds of Prey.
Black
You're going to watch
Lightning.
that too? Black Lightning, which you
Stargirl
refuse to watch.
or
Why do
Tubby-
you refuse to watch that show?
Tub Girl, Black Lightning?
Tub Girl.
Because there's too much lightning. That's blinding.
What if it had White Thunder in it? Would you watch
Oh
it then?
my god, that's a great character. I love that guy. Thunder's the best.
Before we move on to the next one, Cameron James jumped back in. He says, I don't mind J.J. Abrams' Star Wars films, but that's just me.
I don't.
Fuck you, Cameron James.
No,
I'm sorry, I love
don't.
you.
We love you.
Wow.
No, I think the Rise of Skywalker, people will look back and realize there wasn't that much to do with it. Like, it wasn't that bad. Like, it's not a great movie, but it's not bad. I'm just not a big fan. I'm really not a big fan of Force Awakens. He did try to set up a lot of loose ends that never really got resolved. And then he tried to, basically, Rian Johnson was like, go kiss my ass. I want to do what I want. And then he's left to pick up the pieces. I mean, he was in an impossible position. I really am not a fan of the Star Wars one, or Star Trek. I'm sorry. I like his Star Wars better than I like his Star Trek. Let's put it that way.
I can agree with you on that one. At least that last movie, definitely he did save what was turning into an absolute shit show.
Yeah, I think he did save. Like, I was really, really angry at Last Jedi, and I was not that angry with Rise of the Skywalker. I was like, oh, okay, I'm cool with this.
There should have been more tongue in the kiss at the end.
I guess all those Rylos, they were very, very upset. Do you know what a Rylo is? Aren't you a Rylo?
A Kylo Ren fan that wants to fuck.
No,
Rey?
a Rylo. Yes, I guess they want them to bang.
They're shippers. Yeah, Kylo Ren and Rey.
Yeah.
Yeah, even though his name's Ben, so it would be like Bay.
Okay. Well, don't spoil anything else in Rise of the Skywalker.
Everyone
Stop! Shut your mouth!
Okay,
no more. Next.
Let's uncage 47 Meters Down, the sequel.
Let's
to the
get
movie
uncaged.
that no one knows about. 47 Meters
What do you
Down.
mean? It made a lot of money. I think it made like $50 million.
What the fuck?
Do it!
Okay, Jesus. Oh.
That's a good way to get us the movie.
Do it! I'm gonna box office mojo it and see how much money this movie made.
It made money. It made enough to I bet you, to make a sequel. I think the budget was like $10 million. So 47 Meters Down is the Uncaged is the spiritual sequel to the Mandy Moore movie, 47 Meters Down, which was just kind of mediocre. I think you've got the wrong one, Scott. That's the original. 47.
Obviously, because I found everything that had Mandy Moore in it, and this is all I have.
This time, the sharks are in a cave.
Oh, interesting.
They have a reason for it. It's really stupid, and
so it's not that one.
You have to shut your brain off. It is that one.
Okay, there we go.
You have to shut your brain off for it, but it wasn't awful. Let's put it that way. I was expecting it to be absolutely atrocious.
Why are the sharks in the cave?
Oh, do you really want me to explain this?
Not really.
No, do a very short version.
Okay,
No, I
the
don't.
real short explanation is that there are blind Mexican fish. I forget what they're called. That live in caves. Well, these are great whites that live in caves to eat those Mexican fish. And they're blind too.
Interesting.
And they're like talking
wait.
about sharks. Like, can they hear me?
That other word,
You know?
stupid.
Well, what's really stupid is that sharks have the lines of Lorenzini, which means they can detect electrical features in the water, which means you can't hide from them. They know where you are. So I don't know why just because these sharks were blind doesn't mean they couldn't eat people, because they could just find you wherever you are.
Well, I mean, sharks, maybe they don't have the Lorenzini line because of reasons or something.
Well,
Did they
all
also
sharks
were
have
they
it,
also
so-
were they also able to stop and swim backwards?
I don't know. They just put their heads in a lot of caves. That's what they did.
Stupid.
It was, but like I said, if you shut your brain off, the only thing that I want to point out too is this is kind of amusing to me as a 80s horror aficionado. When did PG-13 like disappear? Like this movie, back in the 80s, at least you had like nudity to look forward to and like outrageousness, and you would see like a horror movie and you'd be like, well, at least these chicks are gonna get naked. They get 4 hot chicks, don't get naked, fully clothed. Even their bikinis are like full coverage. There's nothing like tantalizing about it. There's barely any cursing.
There's
just nothing.
I just got all the proof I needed to know that I'm never gonna go check out 47 Meters Down Uncaged, and that's because we just got another comment on YouTube. I hate 47 Meters Down Uncaged. It's so bad. It was my least favorite movie of 2019. But then I saw Cats, and we'll talk about that.
Oh, geez. Yes. Well, I mean, at some point we should watch Cats just to see how
Once
awful
it's
it
free.
was.
Once it's free, I don't have to pay for it, and they released the butthole cut.
Did I lie? Did this not make a lot of money? No,
It made $46 million on a $12 million budget. So
okay, so it made its money back. Plus,
sure.
What do you mean? It made three... Wait,
It was released first in Jamaica.
3 times its budget.
Yeah, sure.
Does this have any chance of coming back and being like one of those shit show spam things like Sharknado or whatever?
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either.
Yeah, so let's move on
Yes.
and mention for some reason Parasite, which I think we mentioned before. I don't know.
So I know I said in the last episode that I would watch Parasite and we would do a comparison between 1917 and Parasite because they were the two contenders, the two lead contenders for Oscar movies, and we never review Oscar movies. And Noob watched 1917,
Yes.
which is virtually useless
Because I do my job.
Well, I didn't watch it, folks. I'm really sorry. But you know who did? Everybody else, because it was the #1 streaming thing on Hulu ever. It was their most viewed movie, television show, anything Hulu's ever put out. Parasite was the #1 thing, which is also good for Hulu because they bought the rights to it and they're making an American version with Mark Ruffalo. So look forward to seeing more Parasite. It's from award-winning director Bong
Chicka Dong Dong.
No, not you have a goddamn.
I already shut down Google.
He already checked out of the show, folks, because he shut his computer. He has nothing up on it.
And weren't we supposed to talk about Lego Masters still?
Yeah.
What's
forgot
Lego
about
Masters? Fucking talk about that really quick.
So anyway, we'll do Parasite at some point. I'm really looking forward to it, but I just got to carve out the time. I'm sorry, folks. Some of us are still working.
Bong Joon-ho.
Yes, Bong Joon-ho.
Bong Joon-ho.
Yeah, a fantastic director, so I'm really looking forward to that. Lego Masters last night or the night before aired its finale. I can't tell you how great this show is. I don't know. I was a fan of Legos when I was a kid. I could kind of care less about Legos now. I kind of like the Lego movie. Lego Batman was kind of fun, but I don't care that much about Legos. But Lego Masters is just one of those. It's a reality competition show. They build Lego
and that's,
craziness.
Lego Movie 2 is one of the free ones on HBO right now. The HBO free trial or whatever.
That has nothing to do with this.
No. Well, Will Arnett's the host. Will Arnett is an amazing host. He's hilarious. I really do enjoy it. Dude, they had a Star Wars episode where they built some amazing Star Wars scenes. As if you're watching our YouTube thing, I believe Scott has an image up of them with the Ewoks in Return of the Jedi.
That man's beard is better than Scott's.
Yes, these men have glorious beards and they build Legos.
It's coming back quickly. Look at this. It is like,
Scott, you should join Lego Masters just to compete with them for their beards. But like one really cool contest that they had, they built bridges out of Legos. And they built 2 of the contestants, like 2 of their teams, built bridges just out of Legos that could hold 1,000 pounds. They ran out of weight to put on these things that they were so strong and the engineering was so sound. I just think it's an amazing show that demonstrates engineering skills, creativity. It's great to watch. I know Scott doesn't have a family, but if Scott had a family, he could watch it with that family. But it's a great, wholesome show on Fox, shockingly enough.
What wholesome
Will Arnett
show
makes
is
fun
this?
of a lot of the other
There's
shows,
tentacle
which is
monsters.
Good. What's that?
There's tentacle monsters. How wholesome can it be?
Dude, tentacle monsters are for everyone, just so you know.
And this is also on Hulu, by the way.
Yes, it is also on Hulu, so check it out. I would love to see a second season. I really do think it's a great show, and I think it's great to see creativity. Lego is the #1 brand name out of all corporations in the world right now, so that's a pretty big achievement as well. So it's like a commercial for Legos, but not really. So I think that's also kind of cool. They don't go crazy with the, like you're going to buy sets of stuff other than like they did a Star Wars episode, which was cool because they had the droids. So they actually had like a moving BB-8 and a moving, they had R2-D2, BB-8, and C-3PO on the show as co-host. It was pretty cool. Thanks, Scott.
Okay.
Sorry, I was trying to set up for the outro here.
You're doing great. So anyway,
Scott is sexting.
We told you that we're going to end our show with the live announced winner of our Star Wars giveaway that we did jointly with our good friend Kenny from Mid-Level Movie Reviews.
Oh, if you remember, Kenny's been on the show several times. We had him on for the Avengers crossover episode. We watched, what was it? Was it Endgame or was it Infinity Wars?
Both. I think they're on for both.
Yeah, I think we had Movie Files and Mid-Level Media. Mid-Level
Movie Reviews.
Yes.
He also has a page for Mid-Level Media.
Be sure to subscribe to his YouTube channel as well.
Which is at Mid-Level Media.
and he did a joint giveaway with us. So,
Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker.
Let me go ahead and give a quick shout out then to the people who did enter. And when I say the name Noob, I guess you can shout it out.
Yes.
Derek Johns, J.E., which that all is. Darylyn Flickender, Cameron James. Hey, I know where I heard that name before. Welcome back, Cameron James. And T-Zap. That's not everybody here, is it? What's going on here?
God, do you not?
You're not good at this, Scott. You should
Obviously.
stop doing it because you do it every week and you never get it right.
Really bad this. There we go. Dayhenlicious also entered. I'm not saying that other name. Yeah, dude. I'm looking at right now. I only see 9 comments. I don't know.
I think that's right. Anyway, the winner is the. I'm pretty sure it's Cameron James, but his Instagram handle is Cameron Ide.
Well, there you go. Cameron's watching right now. Cameron, you won, dude.
You won.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
I'm going to message that shit to you right now.
It's coming live to you right now. So enjoy your...
Oh, that's not a dick pic.
Yeah. True.
Whoops.
Hold
on. Hold on. Got to find it.
So I guess to end out, we're going to give you another taste of that pizza challenge, Scott. Is that what we're going to do?
I'll play the whole video real fast, and then I'll find a still, and we'll go ahead and wrap it up then. So let's do that.
Watching you eat is disgusting.
Oh my god, it's so
Almost
hot.
everything he does is disgusting, though. So.
Look at the way I hold it. So much better than that stupid Earth pig.
So, if you like what you heard here this week, go over to our Instagram and find us at OrkU. Check us out on Facebook.com/OurReviewsWillKillYou. And if you're not listening to us on either of those, go over to the YouTube and find us at Our Reviews Will Kill You, where we are live every Friday night. Cameron says thank you for letting him win. Cameron, thank you for tuning in and joining us. And as always, Our Reviews Will Kill You is brought to you for free thanks to ScottWillKillYou.com.
Right there, stupid.
The home of... I was pointing at this screen down here where I was looking
No,
at
this
the
stupid
comments.
is blowing kisses and he doesn't know where the camera is.
Oh, that
'cause he's
idiot.
an idiot.
Oh, that idiot. This idiot right here. So yeah, so check
Wrong
out
idiot.
ScottWillKillYou.com because that's where you'll find all the links to the music, to the videos, to the shows, to the stores, to the whole 9 yards. And of course, Scott will kill you with pizza. How's that?
Oh, that's a different one. So from all of us here at Our Reviews Will Kill You, to all of y'all at home, we love you. Stay safe out there, folks.
Do the challenge!
Do the challenge. We want to see the challenge. That means you. Do it. We love y'all.